What's going on, Assassins? So, a lot of you are telling me that the mastery challenges are way too challenging, that you guys can't complete it or anything like that. Well, I'm going to show you that it's a little bit simpler than you think. You just need to know all about your surroundings, the area, kind of like a little bit of math, but you can achieve gold. I'm Darkshot of the YouTube Assassin. Let's get into this. So the very first thing you want to pay attention to whenever you take on any mastery challenge is going to be the objectives, okay? This is going to give you a scoring breakdown, and it's really going to explain to you exactly what you're going to need. So as you can see for this challenge, this is not the one we're starting off with, but I'm going to show you what it is. Now, you see that it has indirect kills and eliminate all guards, which means that you have to kill kind of like on a sneak tip, like you're not exactly headshotting these guys. You're going to use other objects and everything in order to kill them. And then, of course, you're going to eliminate all the guards this way, which is going to give you your second objective. By doing these objectives, you actually max out your score so that you get exactly what you need in order to complete the challenge and get gold. All right? Obviously, as you can see here, you need 1,000 points. These give you the 1,000 points. Now, I'll show you with the bear first. What we're going to start off doing immediately when you phase in, you're going to eat the blackish purple rustler there, and you're going to eat another one there. Now, as you can see, it needs fall damage kills, it needs melee kills, and kill all targets. And believe it or not, this is a lot easier than you think. In order to get the fall damage kills, you just knock the guys off. So if they're close to the edge, get close there, knock them off, you'll see them fall. All you need is about 7 or 8 of those guys. When you hit the 7th guy, you knock him off, you'll see that it'll turn yellow. The fall damage kills section will turn yellow, and then that's it. You just have to do melee kills now. And don't worry if early on you start accidentally killing them by melee. That's fine. Just remember you need at least 7 or 8 of these guys to fall off, and then that way you will get the fall damage kills. Now, the other thing I want you to keep in mind while you're doing this is the guys that have arrows over their heads, they are the kind of bosses of this area. You should leave them for last. There are 4 of them, as you can see. I already eliminated 3 of them. I don't want to get the 4th guy yet. I want to take care of all these other guys and make sure that all these other guys are gone first. So here we go. There's another guy. Still don't have the fall damage yet. I mean, just do what you normally do when you're playing the game. Dodge and everything like that. That's fine. You know, and maybe to warm yourself up, play on the highest difficulty. Even on the highest difficulty, this really wasn't that challenging to me. There we go. Look, fall damage kills. And you saw it turn yellow and it disappeared. Now the rest of these guys, you got to be careful. You have to kill them melee. You can't knock them off. So kind of like get them close to the center of these areas, or even go to ground level and take them all out down there. Once you get to the ground level, you'll be able to get the rest of those guys and not worry about fall damage. You could kick them, they'll hit the floor. It won't count as fall damage because they're not falling from a height. But they are falling down, just on the ground though. So again, you see I've got the one guy who's got the arrow over his head. I want to leave him alone, and I want to make sure I take out all these other guys that are just around here. So it's a good time to use Odin Sense and just make sure you've got all these guys. You could even count them up. I didn't count them up prior to this video. I probably should have. For some reason, the hunter one, I actually counted them out, and that was actually pretty funny. So here we go, look at that, stomping. So now I completed the melee kills. I got enough melee kills to satisfy this need. Now the last remaining thing is to kill them and exterminate everybody that's here. Again, leave the guys with the arrows above their head for last. I have one guy left. I'm going to take out all these other guys first. Again, double check. Look, that guy was hiding back there. I didn't even know that guy was back there. So here we go. And we're just carrying on. There we go. I don't think we have many people left. So there's that guy. Oh, there's one more near him. I don't see any other red bodies, so that's a good sign. At this point, it doesn't matter if they fall or if they burn to death or anything like that. Well, burn to death, yeah, because you have to do the final blow. You have to eliminate the guys. So here we go. Finally, all I have is the guy with the arrow above his head. I'm going to wait for him up here, trap him out. And again, do not get discouraged if you mess up a couple of times. Every time you try it out, you're going to get better and better. You know, as you can see, I've got about 75% of my life left. That's all luck. I've actually done this where I've got 10% of my life left. So it happens. There we go. So there's that guy. We killed all the targets. We completed the section. Now, as you'll see afterwards, it'll put us back in front of the totem where we're meditating in front of, and it's going to give us the full breakdown, and we're going to see what's going on here. So, as you can see, fall damage kills maxed, melee kills maxed, kill all targets maxed. That's how you do it, okay? The next part is also kind of tough. This right here, where we're dealing with these guys, it's crazy. So as you can see, indirect kills and eliminate all the guards. Now, what I did was I didn't aim for the head. I like to aim for the head when I get these guys, but rather than do that, what I decided to do was aim for their bodies and take them out that way. It counts as an indirect kill. Now, you could use the special skill that they have there, as you could see with the L2, or what you can do is light up the arrow like I was just doing with the fire. Now, if you're wondering why I'm taking my time here, that's another thing you have to do. You really should be patient. As you can see, I took that guy out. This guy's checking the body. I'm going to take him out. All right? So there you go. You see, I've got 60 points now. Each guy counts for 30 points as long as you kill them with an indirect kill. So there's 24 guys here. What you need to understand is that you are the one that has to do the killing, okay? And what I trusted more than just hitting the pots was actually me hitting them directly, because sometimes they get killed by fire, and even though it's indirect, for some reason, it doesn't count. So that's why I'm choosing not to just shoot at pots. I'm choosing to shoot at them directly and take my time with it. As you can see, I'm lining up my shot. I'm looking through little slats and everything, and that's how I'm doing it. This is probably one of the most, I don't know, like mastery challenges that you really need a lot of patience for. You need to let these guys go and inspect what's going on. And if they're near somebody and they catch fire while they're inspecting the body because they're stupid and they do that, what you need to do is make sure that you kill them quick with some type of fire arrow. If you don't and the fire takes them, it will not count. Again, there's 24 of these guys. Now, you see how I'm trying to be patient here. I'm trying to line up shots, looking all around. This was an absolute pain. But again, it could be done. I had to wait. And you'll see. I don't know if you'll have the patience for it. Not everyone does. But if you want gold, if you want to get all the items from Hildy over there when you're done, if you want to achieve like max, like coins for her, those battle coins and spirit coins or whatever, and get all her gear and whatnot, get all her items, you definitely are going to need patience. Now you'll see here that guy was going up there. I wasn't going to shoot him to like burst that pot and then have him burn up. That I didn't want to do. You'll see him jump up and down. There we go. Got that guy. Somebody will go inspect him. And the pots in the back, they will explode. But the thing is, as long as the pot didn't explode and it's not burning somebody else, you're good. You need to make sure that you are the one that performs the final blow. And you have to do it. The easiest way to do it is to have your arrow on fire. And if you look all around, all of these areas, they have torches. You can light your arrows on fire. There are things that can like fall down on these guys, and that actually helps as well. But, you know, I strongly recommend against it because you want those points. You want the thing to happen. See, all those pots exploded. Luckily, nothing fell down to burn anybody below or anything. There we go. There's another guy. It's all a matter of taking your time, lining up the shot. There we go. And the other thing that I'm going to suggest to you, do not go too far or shoot at somebody too far away. Don't get up close, but don't be too far, because for some reason, sometimes that doesn't count the points either. I've had a lot of issues where it wasn't counting the points for some reason, and that was aggravating. For some reason, I also found that in this challenge, you were a little resilient, so I wasn't worried about being hit by arrows or anything like that. It actually let me know exactly where these guys were, in fact. And there you go. You see how I hit him in his weak point? He burned up, he blew up those pots, but it still counted. I don't have very many more to go, and as you can see, I'm already in silver. Don't be afraid to use Odin's Sight either. You definitely want to be able to see what's going on. And as you can see, I'm almost through like the silver, and then I'll be doing gold momentarily. Also, don't be afraid to move around, to reposition yourself or anything like that. The goal is to get all these guys and get them comfortably. All right? Don't rush through this. That's one of the main things. Like, people want to get this challenge done. I understand you want to get like straight into like whatever else you can do. You want to see what the end of the master challenges bring. So do I. So does everyone. But what you want to remember is absolutely take your time. One of the guys in my Discord actually said that he was playing this for like 2 hours on one event just so that he could beat it. And there's nothing wrong with taking that time. Take that time. Be that careful. Now, you see, I'm so far ahead now that the guys now have arrows over their heads so that I could see who's where and what I'm missing, and that's absolutely okay. I'm still going to take my time. I'm not going to rush through this. I'm not going to have, you know, like traps where it hits like several people all at once. What I want to do is ensure that I killed them. So there's that guy, and of course the pots exploded above. Here we go. We'll look down at this guy. He's blocked, so we're going to have to go and find another target. There's that target right there. There we go. There are a lot of pots. There are a lot of things that can fall down on people. And again, I chose not to do it that way. I chose to do it in the way where I go and I attack these people personally. Look at that. Missed that guy. So instead of just shooting at him, I went to light the arrow up again. There we go. Got him. He exploded. He's dead. So now, that was 24 guys, and you'll see the breakdown right now of what was what, how I got those points. And initially, it does look scary. It may look like you didn't get all those points. Trust me, you did. So here we go. See, indirect kills, eliminate all the guards, and of course I completed it. So there it is. We've got gold there. As long as you're following those steps and those things like I just showed you, it's not going to be that hard. Okay? Here's the tricky one. We know that this game is broken when it comes to stealth. Believe it or not, I did it, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Now, as you can see, assassinations remain anonymous and steal the artifacts, all artifacts. What you want to do is leave at least one artifact alone. You definitely want to remain anonymous. If you do not remain anonymous, which means that the guards did not see you, even if like they see you and then you disappear, that's not going to work. You have to be absolutely stealthy. Again, this is another scenario. Pay attention to everything. These bone chains and everything, you can, as long as you're down on the ground like that, I crawled through, there was no issue. Remember to whistle. You can whistle and bring the guards to you and then assassinate them that way, which is what I ended up doing a couple of times. And again, remember that those things that they've got set up to make noise, just slowly pass through them. Okay? If you see that somebody kind of has a bead on you, like they're looking at you, and it's white, immediately get to cover. Don't panic, but get to cover. And also, make sure you know where all these guys are facing. You don't want them turned around looking at you when you kill somebody. Like the guy that's directly across, not this guy that I just whistled at. The guy that was directly across would have been looking at this guy. If I would have killed him, he would have seen it. And now you're going to see a couple of scenes where you'll see it's white when they look at me, but I'll keep diving into cover. And you just got to be careful. I don't know why I whistled at that guy and he went up that thing there. That makes no sense. The other thing that makes no sense, I'm going to whistle at this guy and he's going to go the long way around instead of just coming directly here, which is kind of crazy. And again, remember that all those little blue symbols, those blue Celtic knots that you see, those are actually the artifacts that you're going to have to steal. Now, I'll steal one or two. I won't steal them all, because once you steal them all, it'll end this mastery challenge, and you will not have accomplished all the other things. So here we go again. It's all about patience. Watch this. Initially, my thought was to take out all the guys on the ground first, being that the guys that were up in the stands were probably going to see me killing these guys on the ground, but if they were facing certain directions, they wouldn't be able to actually see me. I made the mistake of trying to go from the top to the bottom, and that really didn't work for me. It actually worked out by taking out the guys below. Once you take out the guys below, then you could take out the guys above. And the other thing that I wanted to do was make sure that if I was stealing artifacts, I left one, and there's one that's in a cave, and that one I'm going to leave alone. Don't be too crazy and try to get these artifacts immediately either, because there will be guards that are looking at those things, and they'll snag you. It's going to be a pain. It's kind of crazy. So here we go. This guard standing next to that cave. That cave I left for last. You see how that guy saw me at the white bar, and then all of a sudden I moved a little and he went right back in? That's what you got to do. Now I'm whistling, bringing this guy over to me. I'm going to take him out. I believe that this is the last guy on the ground. Well, the second to last guy. There's another guy that's in that cave there. Okay, so now, being that that was all done, I can now walk around and I can work my way towards the top and try to get those guys. Again, even though I got everybody on the ground practically, I'm still taking my time. I'm still sneaking through. I'm making sure that I walk silently through those bone traps so that that way nobody hears me. Because I have a feeling that in this situation, all of their senses are heightened, and that's just going to be a pain. So now, I start up here from the left-hand side, and I'm not going to go that way because obviously this guy is looking at me. What I'm going to do is come to this area right here, and I'm going to sneak through that bone cage. Watch this. Normally, he would be able to see you or hear you. At this point, he didn't hear me. So I assassinate him, and then I'll throw the axe, and that counts as an assassination there. Actually, I'm starting to wonder if you could do the mastery challenges and complete the weekly challenges. I might try that tomorrow just to see what's going on. So here we go, one of the artifacts. That's the first of 4 I collected. Right now, you can start collecting them. This, you want to go through the bone cage as well. You don't want to hit that breakable wall. He'll hear the breakable wall, this guy I'm about to kill now. And then he'll start moving. He'll get out of position, and you won't be able to take him down. Trust me, do not try to take the easy way out. If you see a breakable wall, leave it. Instead, walk through those bone cages. That is the way. That is how you do it. If you go through the breakable walls, again, they're going to hear you. Now, there's only a few guys left. You got to pay attention to where they're looking. I believe there's only like 2 or 3 guys up here that are left. Again, walking through the bone cages. Make sure that you have situational awareness. You're looking at everything. Now, I didn't grab that thing that was below the artifact. I don't need to. This guy down here, he's pretty close to me. And here we go, assassination. Now I'll get back up in the trees there, and I'll take my time. I don't want to make any real crazy noise, even if I have to go all the way back to the bottom and rise up, I'll do it. It's actually going to be way better to like restart this whole path than to make a mistake of these guys seeing you. So here we go. I got the second artifact, and I'm working my way down. Here we go. Nope, that didn't work out. Well, I'll take this artifact. That'll be the third one. These guys can't see me. I took out enough guys that they didn't know where I was. And now I'm going to go back. See? I'd rather do this. The main thing with all of these master trials is, number one, make sure you know what the score breakdown is and how to perform all those score breakdowns. That's number one. Number two, you want to make sure that you know where everything is as far as the level goes. What is the layout? Because if you know the layout, you definitely know how to maneuver, where they're looking, what's going on and whatnot. And it just makes your job a lot easier. And you'll see when I put up the other videos for the other areas, you're going to see exactly what I mean by this. Now look, this is the last guy in the trees. Instead of trying to go around or jump up or anything like that, I was even thinking of kind of like falling off the edge and moving my hands around. But I decided, no, you know what? I'm good at this. Let me slowly walk through the bone cage there and take this guy out. There we go. See, I didn't even have to use the skill at all, the distraction. I just went through. So now, everybody up here is gone. Everybody outside, they're done. Now it's time to like go down. And at this point, you can make all the noise you want because the last guy is in the cave. But me, I'm practicing. I'm trying to be as sneaky as possible. I'm acting like there's still guys there, which is not a bad thing to do. Here we go, another bone cage. And then I keep to the shadows. I keep to like the bushes. Now, that guy, he can't see me. He's in an area where he won't be able to see me even if I get over there. He's not. It's just impossible for him. But I'm still being careful. So here we go. And I'm taking my little walk here through another bone cage. And there we go. That's the last assassination. Everybody has been killed. As you can see, it went yellow. I remained anonymous. I'll just collect the last artifact. That went yellow. Remain anonymous, as you saw, went yellow as well. And there we go. I have completed the entire outpost. And as I've shown you, it's all gold, which is absolutely fantastic. We get out, and you'll see all the way to gold because you got the assassinations, remain anonymous, steal all artifacts. That's all there is to it. So again, guys, I'm sorry that this was a long one, but I wanted to show you the methods that I used in order to get gold and show you me getting the gold as I was doing it. I wanted to do it in real time. I didn't want to just say, hey, look, I got it. These are the tips. Maybe you could mimic my path, and that way it'll be easier for you. And look out, because over the next couple of days, I will be uploading videos where I show the other locations so that you're able to get gold there as well. This was the very first location. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It's the first place she sends you. Anyway, that's all there is to this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, by all means, like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, take care, be good, stay safe, take care of each other. I'll see you all in the next one. You know how we're going to end this.
Yeah,